I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So I don't need that up. I believe. Yay. We have the restream working. We've got my chat working. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am Darkpool Algo. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. We are going to find stocks and options that have a greater than expected chance of making a move today. We're going to be using some specific tools for that. One of them is the Smart Money Dart Pool and Block Trade algorithm software provided by FlowTrade. I'm in the middle of getting my screen set up, so sorry I'm not looking at you, but I've got a couple things I have to do over here to make sure the stream is working and that my chat can get in. If you are in the large caps chat of the Bullish Bears, please use that to ask me questions, as it's the only chat that I'm going to have available for y'all today. Doing a guest restream, and let me just make sure that this is open. Into YouTube. You have questions, please use the chat. All right, there we go. All right, where was I at? Good morning, welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's night was great. We've got some pretty important things happening today. CPI numbers are going to affect the market. Powell is going to be speaking about notes. That's going to affect the market. Apple news is affecting the market. BA news is affecting the market. And Southwest Airlines started this whole crazy stuff off. So I guess there is, first of all, let me check and make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah? Can you hear me? Audio check. All right. Yes, Johnny. Morning, Johnny. I'll get into that. So I guess Texas has a vaccine mandate, which is the home of Southwest Airlines. And while Southwest is canceling flights left and right, they're saying that it's well, it was due to weather earlier, and then it was due to not enough aircraft traffic controllers, and that's because, lo and behold, the Southwest Airlines employees are calling in sick because they disagree with this mandate that's going on. So that is what's happening with the airlines. So this is Southwest on the one-day chart. It was in a nice uptrend, right? Good, solid-looking chart. News came out, didn't break the 618, couldn't hold the 50%. It's fighting at point of control, monthly point of control, which is also the 382 retracement from this high to this previous low. Okay, so this could be a good buying opportunity, or if it fails to hold the mean, point of control, and 382, I would look for maybe an additional pullback to possibly this high here, which is 1 ATR at 50. Below that, right, we've got this gnarly little demand zone right here. It runs to about 47.82. Okay, if we get below previous lows at 47, it's going to get real ugly real quick for Southwest. Okay, keep that in mind. If you have requests, make sure you hit me up in either the chat or the YouTube chat section. And yeah, this is morning hair, you guys. This is why I wear a hat. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go over the news. We're going to look at some futures, and then I'm going to do a quick introductory of the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software provided by FlowTrade. We're going to find some stocks and options that are going to make a move. I got a couple on my list already. We're going to look at DocuSign, FISV, AMAT, Love. Basically, also after I get through reading the news, you'll be like, "Oh crap, we gotta watch some stuff today." So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Do not look at this. This is not for you. Okay, I'm protecting you. Don't look at that. All right. In technology news, Apple suppliers Broadcom, AVGO, right? Texas Instruments, TXN are struggling to deliver enough chips, right? Apple expects to make 10 million fewer iPhones than they planned for and is poised to slash iPhone production goal due to chip crunch. So we're going to watch shares of Apple suppliers, including Cruise, Cuervo. That should be a tequila brand, right? Cuervo. Oh, CPI numbers came out. So the market is initially dropping. I don't have have CPI numbers readily available, but what I do have is futures. Dang it. What is that? NES? All right, so it looks as if the little drop and then a rally. So, oh yeah, my stop loss was too close. Anyway, we had a nice little drop, a little pop, and now we're trying to rally, taking out previous highs. We've got a lot of room to move to the upside, right? Point of control is at 44.40. This could be a nice long move. I didn't see. Yeah, this is good for the market. So ES is rallying. All right, I'm not going to get sidetracked. We'll give it a few minutes to digest, and we're going to finish off our morning routine. Yes, we are. Okay. So yeah, just watch Cuervo, STM, AVGO, SWKS for some reactions to this news. Qualcomm also announces a $10 billion stock repurchase. Right. That's about it for the news and telecom. Right. Healthcare SRPT announces a 500 million common offering. And there was another one. CRSP shares slipped after they announced updated results from the company's earlier stage trial of a C-cell therapy for basically CRSP. That's a good biotech play that I know that we've played quite a bit. BIIB announces results of a new analysis of immune response for COVID vaccine on people with multiple sclerosis. That should be bullish for them. And then, excuse me. I think that's all for healthcare that I'm really interested in. BlackRock, let's see, EPS. So they beat on earnings and they didn't present guidance. So watch BLK. Moving up into energy, Boeing. All right, here we go. There we go. That's soybean futures. Okay, Boeing, right, is the latest federal contractor to mandate COVID-19 vaccines for all employees by December 8th under Biden's administration new rules, saying that 125 of its U.S. employees must show proof of vaccination or have an approved religious or medical exemption by that deadline. All right, so everybody knows how Boeing reacts to news. So if you're going to play Boeing, just be aware it's going to be super volatile today. Okay, morning, Terry. Morning, Johnny. All right, so Monster Beverage downgraded to hold from buy at Jefferies. And in world news, China September exports rose 1% from last year's consumer demand outpaced supply chain disruptions and power shortages. Japanese core orders, right, negative 2.4%, and machine orders 17%. So they beat on core machine orders year over year. They're down, they're down month over month. All right, the House on Tuesday voted along party lines to raise the U.S. borrowing limit into December as Democratic lawyers wrestled with how to set a new ceiling for U.S. debt later this year, right, over Republican resistance. I mean, you can't just keep spending. If I just kept spending, I'd be getting lawsuits. Yeah, I don't know how the government can do it. Anyway, moving on. China CPI PPO for November. Earnings today. Delta had earnings. JP Morgan had earnings. So JP Morgan should be an indication of how the rest of the market is going to do. Currently, we're starting to fade in futures, so we need to look at that real quick. CPI just came out for, let's see if I can find what those numbers ended up being. So those are CPI numbers. They're coming out today. Asian markets, Nikkei fell 90, Shanghai rose 14, Hang Seng was closed. Is a Hang Seng market ever open? I swear. All right, the DAX is up over 100 points, and the FTSE 100 is slightly lower. US stocks ended lower following a choppy session, of course. I would expect maybe some more chop today, right? And then JP Morgan earnings should be later today. And reversing overnight losses despite weakness in the Dow component. Apple, which is down 0.5%, reports it expects to make 10 million fewer iPhones. That's crazy. There's some news coming out also about Putin and Russia and or natural gas, right? Let me see if I can find that. I got rate limited on TweetDeck this morning. It literally irritated me. All right, so let's see. Let's get some fresh news here. Treasury yields move higher after CPI data 10-year last year 1.57. Russia's Putin says OPEC does everything to stabilize oil market. Putin also comes out and said oil price of $100 a barrel is quite possible. So look for. All right, we're gonna check this crap out now. Let's check it. Check it out. All right, let's see. I need to get over here. Over in this generalized area, yo. All right. All right. I think I hear some people moving around. I wonder if my daughter's awake. All right. As soon as this loads, we'll get a read for it. All right. So this little horse shape that's forming on the ES is bearish in my opinion. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to read for the market. Russell's making a move. Gold is up. Well, gold was up. Gold was rallying. Now it's selling off. Crude is selling off. Bonds were rallying. So if bonds are up, look for ESP down. This is TLT, right? And TLT is a snitch. So, and then the yen's just choppy and flat. So expect choppiness. We'll have to keep an eye on the Chinese stocks today. All right. ZB, which is the bonds, still making higher highs and higher lows. We missed one there. Look for this midline to hold. If we take that out and we take out 158, bonds are going to fall, and I think the market will rise. Look at this nasty chop. Dude, this is just horrible. Oh, gosh. I hope we don't have another day of this. Currently, we are maintain view up on the 1 minute. So, yeah, we just basically set a range for the day. Let me show you this. This is horrible. Come on. Come on. See this candle here? This is a range candle. Means that we're going to be stuck in this range, which is all right. So we have the 1618 at 43.3950, right? And we've got another pivot point up here at 43.56. This little, see this giant wick right here? John Wicky Wick, it just took out all the stops, right? So this was a stop killer, which means that nobody has any protection if they're short. All right. Could get a rally off of that. Look at gold. Jeez. Look at that. 1778 to 1763 in 2 minutes. Look for 1760 to hold. If 1760 holds on gold, definitely look for a short. Look at this longer term trend line that I've had forever. Since September, right? It's still relevant today. All right. Anyway, so we're chopping on the YM, ES, NQ. I feel pretty choppy today, yo. So how to play a choppy market? Get in and get out quickly. Don't get stuck. Don't try to swing anything. Gonna keep an eye on bonds. All right, this is the bond market. And the yen is falling. So if I were to have to give an outlook for the day, I would say we're going to chop. Okay. All right. With that being said, we went over news. I've got some requests already. Looks like Workhorse NVIDIA. If you're in either of the chats, make sure you get requests now. Sorry. All right. So this is what I have on my list. You guys tell me if you want to look at something differently. I've got a DocuSign FTSU, or no, FISV, AMAT, Love, all of the ones that we just went over in the news briefing, right? These guys down here. We will look at these ones. They're going to suffer. Oh, I forgot to share my news with the peeps. Sorry, got to share my news with the group. With the group. Come on. All right, let's also look at the requests here. These are solid. I have a solid group. I've got a solid EchoFin group. If you didn't know, now you know. These guys know what they're doing. All right, look at those guys. Look at these guys. None of this is for you. Sneak peek. You guys can't sneak peek much longer. Boeing, SE, Roku, Goldman Sachs, Snow, Square, Cruise, Zoom is another one. Let's just check these out. BA, SE, Roku. All right, Southwest Airlines. Look at Snow. Oh, let's try this again. Goldman Sachs. Oh. Before I jump into that, Plug Power. A couple major catalysts coming up. I don't know why I didn't get into this. It was alerted on last week. I don't even know why. Look at this. We broke above the red directional SMA line and we just ripped. That's why that 200 is important. I always tell everybody, look at the 200. However, look at this massive, we're trading at plus 3 ATR at the 127. I'd look for a pullback. Any pullback on this, I'm going to buy into strength. This has got a nice strong uptrend. It's got a couple catalysts happening later on. And it's, I think they're really in a really unique position. All right. So the market is falling down, London Bridges style. Right. So there's no stops up here. And let's see. Didn't have a chance to finish getting my new charting set up, but this looks pretty solid here. I don't know how I feel about having the volume down here though. I'll get rid of that. All right. So Darvas box high, Darvas box low. We're trading below the 34 EMA on a continued move to the downside. We have a micro demand zone that starts at 492 and runs down to 4267. Those are going to be my downside targets. If we take out 4,300, it's going to get real ugly real quick. But that's another 30 points. So I don't know if we're going to drop that far yet. Shouldn't I be able to see news over here? I don't know how I'm feeling about... Ooh, look, this is what I was talking about, Plug Power. They teamed up with Phillips 66. So now that's kind of a unique position. You've got an EV maker partnering with an oil producer. All right, so we just took out VWAP on the ES. I've got another chart over here that's got a lot more data. We're trading below VWAP, trading below point of control. We are about 1.5 standard deviations away from VWAP. So it could get, I would actually prefer this to a rally because I think we can get a good bounce buy opportunity. So if we take out some key levels, like I said, we've got a little demand zone in here, right? We take those out. I mean, it can get ugly real quick, but currently, we're just erasing our overnight gains right now. Okay, definitely keep an eye on that. All right, let's get to some requests. I'm a little ahead of schedule, which is good. Yes, docu, JM, JPG, just saw that. Okay, GPG, GPK, GPK, GPK. Hold on, I gotta. I'm doing a guest spot, so I have to make sure that I'm giving out the correct links for the guest spot that I'm doing. Bullish Bears invited me to do a morning briefing with them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then stream the open, which I'm super honored to do. There we go. Let me grab this. I don't want to see myself streaming. There we go. Nope. I screwed that up. Hold on. Ah. There we go. All right. We're back. So Goldman Sachs, don't want to look back 30 days. Come on. All right. Goldman Sachs, Boeing, SE, Roku. What else do we got on our list? I don't even have a watch list going. Maybe I should build one real quick. If you guys have not used or signed up for your FlowTrade subscription yet, this is a great tool. Let me explain it real quick for the new viewers. This is the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade Analyst algo analyzing software. It tracks large institutional big boy, like it tracks the smart money, it tracks the market makers, it tracks what financial institutions are doing in real time. It is a predictive, not a lagging indicator, which means that as it comes in, it's showing us what's going on, right? This isn't like oh, let's look like a MACD. It's not like, oh, let's look back in time. This is the only really predictive indicator out there on the market. So with that being said, the white bars are price action. Purple is the regular algorithm. If you see me draw a blue line across the screen, that's a dark pool block trade. If I draw a red line, it's a regular block trade. Last has been slacking, so I don't even know if I can give him the white line joke anymore. Someone else might need to step up and take that. So yeah, we're going to give him a hard time about it today. So if you see me drop a white line on the screen, that means that it's, it's party time. Yeah. So I got a friend of mine that lives in Miami, and we came up with that white line joke for, Tony Montana. But in all seriousness, if I draw a white line on the screen, that means that there's a dark pool and a regular block trade that came in and so close to each other, I can't separate them out. Those are major areas of influx. So pay attention to those areas. They can be used as support and resistance for both price action and the algorithm. So it's important to pay attention to those white line areas. Okay. All right. Looks like ES may have found a little bit of support here at 43.35. Or it just could be a head fake for the next leg down to 43.30. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. All right, so on the list today, we want to look at DocuSign, Apple, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, FISV, Love, Delta, AMAT, SE, Roku, Snow, Airbnb. I'm just rattling off the focus list. AVGO, SWKS. That's a pretty decent list. Zoom is also coming up as a request. And GPK, last dude, he showed up. Whatever. Just watching the market. I have no place right now. Yeah, it's going to be like, I don't think a lot of people are going to be going heavy today just because. So if CPI numbers are, don't do that. I need to figure out how to turn my battery monitor screen to where it doesn't turn off on me. It's like it should sense that I'm here. By the way, my laptop battery exploded on my trip back from Utah. It's crazy. I always just thought that was BS when they're like, don't, your lithium ion battery is going to explode. This shit happened. It was crazy. Anybody got a connection with Bang? Hook me up. Okay. Let's get into it. Goldman Sachs. Algo's just trading with price action right now. It looks like it's trying to make an uptrend, but look at this. This is a little head and shoulders forming here. Right. Yeah, I would just keep an eye on GS. So either inverse head, we'll have to look at price action. So I'm thinking about getting a new boom. So my boom is right here. Or my mic is right here. I want to get a boom that comes over, but I got to figure out how to put it in because I don't want to be screaming in the morning. I've got a family that likes to sleep in, right? All right. That's ugly. That is an ugly shaped pattern right there in Goldman Sachs. I don't know if I'm filling the bars on this chart anymore like I used to. Don't know about the bars. I think I may have to go with... These raindrops are pretty solid. Candles are pretty decent. I'd have to read more in on what the raindrops do, but that's pretty unique. I think that's a little bit easier to see. All right, so currently Goldman Sachs, let's see, sold off, rallied to the 21. See, right? See, this 21 EMA, or this 21 is pretty important. I always talk about it. Rallied to it, rejected, failed, came back to -2 ATR, rallied up again, smacked into the 200 SMA on the daily, pulled back to the 21, tried to get through it again, failed. So we're pulling back. We're currently at VWAP for the highest volume, which is at 386.45. We've got point of control below that at 380. We were also at the 132 extension. So I would fully anticipate a little chop from the 1272 to the 1382, which I don't even think is valid. It should be 1414. But that's personal preference. So we may just chop back and forth for a couple days, riding this 21 EMA. It makes sense. Currently trading below the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart. This is an ugly pattern here. I don't know what it's called, but my initial, if you see my initial M on a chart, run away. We like W's. Wu-Tang. That's Wu-Tang Wednesday. Yo! Yes, it's Wu-Tang Wednesday. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan. I knew it. I knew I was forgetting something. Yes, let's do it. Ah! I got you. I got you, people. Why? You know, where's my chat? I'm so disappointed in them right now. I cannot believe it. You all let me down. All right. Let's see if I can do this without waking the entire house up. Let's see. Turn this down a little bit. All right. Can't wake up my kids, but whoa. Oops. Let's try that again. Um, all right. I apologize about that. We'll try that again. I'm already getting blown up over here. All right, whatever. I can hear it. If you can't hear it, I apologize. You want to join me? I'll send the link. Neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay. The reason it's Wu-Tang Wednesday is that there's a series out on Hulu. Wu-Tang Clan, right? American Story. Amazing show. I'm glad they did season 2. Hopefully they'll do season 3, 4, 5 forever. I wish they could just follow them for the rest of their lives. It's super informative about, like, really the Wu-Tang Clan. And anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. I'll get back to what I'm doing, okay? Looks like we did find some support at 1 standard deviation away from VWAP on the ES. That 43.3650 held. Could potentially just be a head fake. So we're going to keep an eye on it for the next couple bars and see if we reject this level and come down. It could be just a giant bull trap, right? So keep an eye on your futures. All right, getting back to Goldman Sachs. Like, we just chopped all day yesterday. We do have positively stacked moving averages, 821, 34, 50. right? We are holding VWAP, this level here. I don't like how the 200 SMA is above us. We could really easily rally up, smack our head against that, get knocked out, and have to come back down, right? Think about it like that. So, as always, I don't take positions below the directional SMA. I'd rather just wait till we get above that 390 level. If we break 390, then, what I'll do is I'll throw a fib on here from previous high to current low, right? Right, look at that. Look at that worked out. Boom, shakalaka. So we get up and above 390. 391's the next resistance. So I could see a rally above 391, 32, back testing that level, and then a continuation up to 390, 397, right? 397 is the 50 SMA on the daily. It's also previous high. So this is pretty solid. This is a pretty solid move here, y'all. Don't sleep on it. Rally to the supply zone on the break of this level here. So we take out Monday's pullback low at 397, which is above the 50, right? That'll get some shit stacked positively. It'll give this little MACD time to slingshot through, slingshot squeeze, squeeze, slingshot release, rally on GS, okay? Yeah, I'll go just trading with price action, so I'm not going to get a lot of help from there, okay? All right, moving on to BA Boeing. This is an ugly pattern as well. Like, it sucks that I can't just show y'all divergences all day because I've got a list of like 50 stocks that are just diverged, right? But we got to take the request. All right, let's see where we go. Not super thrilled with that little pattern that the algo's making. Really need it to bounce off of this level here. What that would do is it would right. So we've got a little trend line support there. We have a dark pool level that's going to provide support resistance at 225.40. That came in yesterday, the 12th. Looking at BA on the old chart piece. So I had bearish news, which means the BA is going to rally. It's just opposite. All right, so my supply zone was off a little bit. I should probably adjust that to a more accurate level right there. So we're trying to get our moving averages stacked positive again. The 821 is rising. We've got a rising MACD, slingshot squeeze released, right? Rising MACD on the daily. We rallied up to 2 ATR, couldn't hold a 200 on the daily, pulling back. Again, we're at VWAP currently with the 200 above us. So if we can't get above these levels here on BA, I totally believe we can fall back down to this supply zone. We break that supply zone, we come back down and test, previous lows at 221 and then 220. Okay. So VWAP is going to be important to break, and so is this 200. Just like the last chart, I'm not getting into it until we get above it. Right? This is a massive chop zone here. This is just choppy chop, 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 right? Ginsu, we need to come up with a chop name. All right, that's the supply zone. This is a demand zone now. All right, there's our demand zone. There's our supply zone. Above the supply zone, man, this is just ugly. I don't trade Boeing. Right? It owes, like, I think we're actually even now. It owed me a lot of money for a long time, but I got it back. Right? Look for that break up, rejection, back down to 223. Below 223, we go to 221. We have the 21 EMA down at 220, which is also VWAP. And yeah, so if we don't hold, look, I'm giving it to you two ways, okay? That's the downside target, which would kind of be in line with what this wackadoodle little trend line we got going on here. There you go. There's our support. That makes sense? Hopefully y'all can see it now. I totally think we'll do one of these. Totally think we do one of these. Right at this point, we either go up or down. That's one way. Here's the other way. I'll just take it from, we'd have to get up here. All right, there's BA two ways for you. Pick your poison. All right, moving on. SE, again, trading with price action. News off of Apple. I'd be a little bit more bearish on this position. Not super. Should just default to yellow for me. Right. Got a little bit of a channel there. Hope y'all can see that. What's going on with the algo? If the algo holds, we can continue on. If it breaks, then there's the move right there. So just keep an eye on it. SE should be pretty violent today. All right, so nice. Look at that move yesterday. $14 move yesterday. Why didn't we play this yesterday? So it's at a key inflection point here, right? This is very interesting to me. So we had stack positive moving averages, literally 821, 34, 50, 200 above VWAP, rally to the 618, pullback, broke the 382. So I know I'm just talking a little fast here. I just want to get moving on this. I think it's time. All right, I think it's time to end the restream. So let me just hop out of that real quick, and then I'll move right back to my stream. Give me a second here. All right, how do I turn this off?